That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
Put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I've had about enough.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing.
Is he a comedian? Yeah. Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he a comedian.
You don't think that...
One of the songs I hate the most, if it comes on, I want to shoot the radio. Today was a good day.
You know you crossed the line when Ice Cube, yeah, the same guy who dropped no Vaseline and built an empire, is taking time out of his billionaire grind just to fire shots at you. But Aries Spears? He didn't just throw a little shade, he came at Cube's whole existence. His music, his movies, his status. It all went down on Big Boy's neighborhood, where Aries went off script real quick. He straight up called Ice Cube trash, as a rapper and as an actor. Cube wasn't having it. He clapped back, saying Aries is irrelevant, not funny, and not even in the conversation when it comes to the top names in black comedy. Harsh, but then here comes 50 Cent, always lurking when somebody's getting cooked. And you know 50 couldn't sit that one out. He jumped in, adding even more heat to the fire, because if there's one thing 50 loves, it's roasting someone already taking L's.
Ice Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now? Or?
This whole mess started as a regular chill segment, just classic barbershop talk about rapper rankings and legacy lists. But then Aries did what Aries always does. He flipped the script and went rogue. As soon as someone brought up Ice Cube's name, he didn't hesitate. No filter, no chill. And oh, it got even worse. Aries decided to come for It Was a Good Day, a track that's straight up legendary in West Coast hip-hop. Total disrespect. Big Boy's co-host even tried to defuse it with a laugh, but Aries, he wasn't done. He launched into this wild impersonation of Ice Cube as a gynecologist. The joke went way off the rails, and the punchline? So awkward that the whole room went silent. Aries laughed, but nobody else was feeling it. The whole room was stone cold quiet, and apparently, throwing shade at Ice Cube once wasn't enough for him. This wasn't just wild, it was reckless. Aries Spears was straight up spiraling. The co-hosts weren't even trying to fake a chuckle, and Big Boy?
Not the greatest lyricist. He was energy, he was passion, he made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss. My lyrics, spitter.
He kept trying to steer the conversation back on track. But Aries, he wouldn't let up. Then, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, dude took a swipe at Tupac too. That's when it went from messy to full-on disrespect. Aries wasn't just dissing rappers. He was coming for the entire West Coast legacy. That's the kind of move that'll get you blacklisted fast. And here's the wildest part. Aries knew he was poking the bear. At one point, he looked straight at the camera and said it like he was daring folks to cancel him. The backlash hit instantly. One fan said, "I love Aries' skills, but bro, the Ice Cube slander is a no-no." Another commented, "This is why Aries ain't credible. To say Pac or Cube wasn't lyrical is wild. He's just salty New York lost the crown in the 80s and 90s. And that's when the unthinkable happened." The legends actually fired back. Usually in this industry, when a lesser-known comic starts running his mouth, the icons stay quiet. They brush it off, let the noise fade. But this time, nah. Ice Cube came in swinging. Cube didn't just clap back, he shredded Aries' whole reputation. He questioned if Aries was even funny anymore, if he was ever part of the top black comedians list, if he was even relevant at all. Cube didn't just defend his name, he torched Aries Spears' entire career. And let's be real, Cube isn't some rookie in the game. This is the same man who penned bars for NWA, dropped one of the most savage diss tracks in history, gave us Friday, and built the Big Three League from scratch. He's got receipts for days. But here's the kicker. Aries still wasn't done. Even after fans dragged him and legends clowned him, he popped up on Vlad TV and kept talking reckless. He doubled down. But here's what Aries Spears didn't see coming. This whole thing?
I saw a comedian
speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing
Is
that
he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if he...
It stopped being about Ice Cube real quick. Somewhere in a luxury suite, sipping something smooth and watching all this drama unfold on his phone, was 50 Cent. And trust, he was paying attention, especially since Aries decided to throw some slick comments his way too. Then boom, just when folks assumed 50 would stay quiet and brush it off, he posted a video. No names dropped, no direct shots, but fans knew exactly who he was clowning. It was that signature 50 Cent shade, calm, petty, and surgical. But why did 50 even get involved? This man's got a packed empire. He's running Power, BMF, flipping TV deals, touring, pushing liquor brands. He's everywhere. So what made him stop everything and send a shot at Aries? Here's what people forget. Ice Cube and 50 Cent go way back with major respect. Before Hollywood saw 50 as a real movie mogul, Cube was already co-signing him. And in return, 50 never missed a chance to give Cube his flowers, publicly showing love for Cube's legacy, on camera, in interviews, everywhere. Now Aries, he's exactly the kind of guy 50 loves to roast, loud, bitter, and with nothing current to back up all that noise. So when the opportunity came, 50 pounced. He posted that cold-hearted message saying, "Check my temperature, I'm ice cold. The hood left. The left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Might even get you a love contract." Ouch. That hit different. Aries felt that one and instantly went on this emotional rant, firing off more shots at Cube like he was trying to salvage some pride. But the more he talked, the worse it got. Dude said he was hurt by what Cube said, then turned around and said he still respects him as a man. But in the same breath, he claimed Cube's never done anything impressive, ever. Huh? And that's exactly why folks started dragging Aries Spears, not just for having an opinion, but for flipping sides and acting like the victim when the smoke circled back.
What he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion, and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register with us.
People weren't buying the pity act. One commenter said it best. "You can't throw shots and then cry when someone claps back with the same heat." Another added, "You can have your opinion, but after that skit? Nah, you're not valid. Ice Cube is a made man." But then came the real blow, the part that really stung Aries. Someone brought up the one thing he probably hoped would stay buried. That lawsuit. And just like that, it wasn't just about Cube or 50 anymore. The internet brought the spotlight back to a dark chapter that Aries probably wishes would disappear forever. Let's talk about the Tiffany Haddish lawsuit. Back in 2022, both she and Aries were hit with a disturbing case involving claims of grooming. The controversy centered around a so-called comedy skit, where a young child was left alone with a creepy adult character, played by Aries himself. The skit? Completely unsettling. The camera angles? Way too suggestive. People were uncomfortable just watching it. And it only got worse from there. The internet exploded. Twitter lit up with outrage, and even the Shade Room shared the footage, which, let's be honest, made things look even worse. Even though the case was eventually settled and the video got scrubbed from every corner of the internet, the damage was done. That stain on Aries' name? Still there, still ugly. And what did he do next? Instead of laying low, he ran straight back to Vlad TV. People started noticing something weird. Aries Spears was showing up on Vlad more than Vlad himself. Episode after episode, ranting about how he's being blackballed, crying that he should be as big as Kevin Hart. But fans were clocking it. Hard. They saw the pattern. Aries wasn't working. He was whining. He wasn't trending for any new comedy. He wasn't booking shows or landing roles. His name only hit headlines when he was dissing legends, dragging up beef, or rehashing old traumas hoping someone out there still cared. And that's not all. Behind the scenes, Aries has earned himself a messy rep in the industry. Multiple castmates have spoken out, saying he was tough to work with, always in competition mode, always trying to one-up everyone in the room. Ego clashes, tension, drama, the stories just keep coming. Look, nobody's denying that Aries Spears has talent. He can do spot-on impressions, he knows how to work a crowd. But let's be real. He never had that Chappelle moment. No iconic stand-up special. No cultural reset. And that kind of resentment, it eats at you over time. You can see it. Now let's flip it. Why did this whole beef blow up in Aries' face? Simple. When you come for Ice Cube, you're not just clowning a celebrity, you're coming for a pillar of the culture. Let's break it down. No Vaseline is still ranked as one of the top 3 diss tracks of all time. Period. Friday isn't just a movie. It's a whole franchise that shaped black comedy and became a cultural rite of passage in hip-hop. Then you've got the Big 3 League, a pro basketball league that Cube built from the ground up, now backed by big money investors and real NBA legends. And that's before all of that. Back when Cube was just a teen, he was ghostwriting for Eazy-E, Dre, Ren. He was crafting the NWA legacy while still barely out of high school. That's the resume. Now compare that to Aries Spears. What's his biggest legacy? A few solid impersonations on Mad TV, some stand-up clips that made the rounds, and now getting roasted for disrespecting legends on podcasts. He went viral, but for all the wrong reasons. So when fans had to choose sides, it wasn't even a debate. They instantly backed Cube. And here's the final twist of the knife. Not long after all the drama, Ice Cube posted a teaser cast list for the long-awaited Final Friday movie. And guess what name was missing? Yep, Aries Spears. Now maybe he was never actually being considered. But the timing? Fans didn't miss that. People said Cube was sending a message loud and clear. No matter how many voices Aries can mimic, he ain't getting cast where it matters. Aries wanted to go viral, and he did. But he's not trending for being funny. He's trending because 2 legends called him a nobody. And nobody disagreed. Smash that like button, drop a comment with your take, and don't forget to subscribe to Juice Alert for more wild celebi breakdowns. We'll catch you in the next one.